The history of food distribution. The origin of the food distribution center can be found in the concept of the storehouse, where people instinctively laid aside excess food for future consumption. Hieroglyphics, wall paintings, and other early history records depict use of granaries and storehouses for many different kinds of merchandise. As early as Egypt's 6th dynasty, around 5,000 years ago, granaries were used to accumulate agricultural surpluses. During the 18th dynasty, many departments of state and city governments had their own warehouses with product specialization. There were color-coded warehouses, one for the storage of linens, jewels, or wine, one for gold storage, one for preserved fruits, one for liquors, and an armory. Each warehouse was also subdivided into rooms or chambers reserved for particular kinds of goods. For example, in a warehouse for provisions, there were chambers for fruits, wine, beer, meat, and bread. The earliest large-scale plan for food distribution is found in the Bible's Book of Genesis, chapter 41. In the story of Joseph, the first recorded instance of warehousing for the purpose of commercial gain takes place. The Egyptians later developed a very large-scale warehouse operation with a large force of officials, directors, superintendents, auditors, accountants, storekeepers, porters, and laborers. The administration of the warehouse was a great status symbol. A pharaoh's son did not deem it beneath his dignity to be the governor of the warehouse. The growth of the warehouse into a distribution center was an extremely long process. For generations, store and shop owners relied on some type of middleman for their supply of materials and products, and the business community seemed satisfied with this relationship. It wasn't until World War II that the idea of a distribution center developed. Faced with the enormous task of supplying and feeding millions of people, food distributors designed modern material handling methods, forklifts and pallet jacks, as well as new one-story facilities in which large volumes of merchandise were stored and prepared for shipment to consumers. The tremendous demands of this era gave birth to a new philosophy of operation, the turnover principle, or the rapid movement of goods into and out of distribution centers. Additionally, a boom in the construction of new supermarkets stimulated the changeover from multi-story facilities to high-volume operations, creating the foundation of modern food distribution centers.